Hey everybody, it is John Burke of Burke & Company, a Long & Foster real estate group, and I'm going to discuss something that is used commonly through all sorts of parts of the country, but has never established itself as a practice here at the Southern New Jersey shore. And because of the agreement that the National Association of Realtors reached in the settlement that we discussed last week and everybody's been talking about, is now going to be required, I don't know if you say by law, but required by a judicial agreement. So it will no longer be an option, and that is buyer's agency agreements. So what is a buyer's agency agreement? It's an agreement between a real estate agent and clients in which the real estate agent agrees through the brokerage to represent the fiduciary interest of the buyer in a real estate transaction. It does usually have a time limit on it, and often will have a geographical limit on it as well. So if the buyer agrees that they're going to purchase property in that area, they will do it with the assistance of that real estate agent, and the real estate agent will be paid often a percentage of the purchase price, although I imagine it could also be done for a total fee or even an hourly fee. Things might get very creative as to how that's done. If there is a commission offered by the seller, sort of the way things were done before the agreement, sellers are still allowed to do that. And if they do allow some sort of commission or permit some sort of commission from what they're paying with their real estate agreement with their agent on the selling side, that can be used towards the amount. It can't exceed the amount. So if the seller has agreed to pay more than the buyers has, it won't exceed the amount for the agent, but can be paid up to the amount that it's covering. So what will the implications be? Well, for starters, it actually provides agents a lot more protection. It has been the case before that somebody has worked with somebody for a long period of time and then suddenly disappeared and bought a property either directly from a listing agent or from somebody else. These agreements actually protect against that. So in some way, it's why they had become common in a lot of areas. One of the other big obligations is we make a distinction, a legal distinction in real estate, between a client and a customer. A customer is somebody who might potentially become a client, but we haven't established a fiduciary responsibility. Now, often before, that was an implied or inferred responsibility. So I might begin to work for somebody, I would give them a New Jersey Consumer Information Statement, which explains what agency is, and it might be because of things we've said to each other, implied or inferred that we have that relationship. I don't think that's going to be the understanding any longer, and that means some things like, when it comes to price, you can answer for a customer a question which is simply supplying information. What's the price of the property? How many bedrooms does it have? However, if you ask my opinion of the price, I'm not legally allowed to give that to a customer. I can only give that to a client who I've established a relationship with under the rules of agency. So the implications going forward might be complicated, and I don't understand them all yet, but we're going to find out, and as we do find out, of course, this will be the place to come to learn more.